I learned to do that. Oh, I can't. I need to learn like how to actually improve my game.
And here we go. We're starting with Cooler and Ash. This is the second semi-final of this 8th Sunday Cup for the summer season. And the winner of this will play against another Russian. It is going to be Agent. But first of all, can Ash...
This is actually, when I've been describing in the earlier matches, Cooler's style, his positional style of just run the map and make as few mistakes as possible. This is a great example of a map where he does this. He just plays this map like Anaconda style. He gradually just takes more and more and more items and just sucks all the resources and all the life out of the map until eventually you feel like pressured into just going crazy and forcing an engagement. And that's like exactly what he's playing into. But at the moment, we have no one really in a big lead. Like, they've got the opposite stacks right now.
And Cooler's in a decent position.
But Mega's coming out.
Yeah, I mean, that position for Cooler is really nice because he's got the ability to pressure Mega, and if Ash doesn't want to take it, he can go for it just like then, and then he can go into red. So Cooler's got an insane... This is... Okay, he's going to leave the red up, and he's going to go behind. This was an amazing play from Cooler. Like a big risk there, but amazing read.
And he backs away over the red anyway, so even if he did take that red, it would never have mattered.
And it's really interesting because he did so much damage to Ash. He didn't get the frag then, but he set up the kill for later. That's more or less what that was. And there is one problem, though, from this play that he made, the one flaw of it, and that is that Red and Mega are very close together. So Ash should most certainly be able to steal away Red, because Ash is a responsible player. He has got the item timing.
The thing is, for the next one, this is where Cooler also, because he's so obsessive about running the items, that's why he's one of the biggest proponents of delaying items when he has the opportunity, you know. He wants a very specific window between so he can work with something in that 20 seconds or 10 seconds, you know.
Also, there's a very psychological, or rather oppressive psychological feeling when you as another player, you don't know when things are spawning. It's kind of like it removes your mental image of how the map looks and everything becomes kind of unknown. There are a lot of rails exchanged, 2 great ones hit from Ash. Cooler's still able to put himself on the items though. And Ash, that is completely free damage right there. And with the the red coming up soon, Cooler's going to be in a very good position to put aggression on towards that. And out through the teleporter he goes with the drop down. Standard positioning from Cooler and sweeping away another yellow. Very good position. The question is he looking for a frag right now? Or is he going to just keep playing it slow and let Ash come to him?
He takes the shots that the game gives him, but then he just goes right back to, okay, what's the next good item I can go to?
And now it's going to be the Mega, of course. So just you can see how he's moving there. He's trying to potentially cut off Ash if he's doing any sneaky business. Straight through the choke point, straight onto the red. A little bit slow, but if he can catch Ash and stop him before Ash can get through to the yellow, this could be a very, very good scenario. So I'm pretty sure Cooler realized he wouldn't be able to take that red. Ash would get it. But again, if he's able to have the fight so that he can reposition himself onto that yellow and steal it away from Ash, then he puts himself in a strong position. So it was a play that didn't work out in the end, but it was a very smart one.
Like for example, he takes that fight there because he knows he's going to red anyway. And so he's actually taking these are the fights that like Rafa has always been a specialist at as well, where you take the fight because if you win it, you kill the person and get the item, and if you lose it, you take an item or health as you're losing. So it sort of hedges against losing the fight.
And always it seems like there's a plan afterwards as well, like that you gain positioning through the player, or because a lot of fights that you take in this game, you're thinking about if stuff goes south, how can I be in a position that I can get out of it?
But actually, Cooler's kind of missed the trick there. He should have actually delayed this red, because now he's going to have red and Mega come up again at the same time.
But let's see if he can use his smarts to actually find a solution for this somewhat tricky situation. Sometimes players are able to do it, but okay, now he's just going to go straight up for the Mega. And that's great from Ash there. Misses the second, though. And
Cooler's, it looks like he's actually willing to let Ash just go and get the red, but Ash doesn't want to at the moment. Nope,
he wanted to try to get another rail on Cooler, but Cooler was very patient.
And so we're going to have the exact same scenario again on the next one, pretty much. There's like 3 seconds between them.
So this is a period which should be very passive from both players because of the natural split on the map. But will that agreement, that mutual agreement, actually occur? That is the question, really. Because
now Cooler's gonna back off and get the Mega now. So there we go. The red goes up, and actually he hasn't gone for it yet because he's still worried that Ash was pushing through.
So Cooler, he's actually in a kind of a poor position now. He may be able to get this yellow. But
it's Cooler though, he can dodge.
That is very true, but Ash is putting on a lot of strong damage onto him. Oh. Ash is quite low too, but Cooler is on 6 points. To have one more LG cell would have killed him. And Cooler can be able to manage to find his way out of that horrible spot, get the health back. But he's got no armor at all, and he won't be able to get any in time to really take the next Mega Health. This is Ash's chance, and I think Ash realizes it. He speeds along through the LG corridor towards that Mega, and we can see creeping out there. Cooler knows his position. He jumps for the Mega, picks it up, goes for the fight. Cooler has to rocket jump away. 10 health, though. That's amazing, because that rocket jump gave him 100 more damage onto Ash, because Ash wanted to make the kill then and there. So even though he died, he got 100 damage where he wouldn't have otherwise found it because of that amazing rocket jump. But unfortunately, he goes down off the spawn. So Cooler's lead is kind of disintegrating now. It's just one frag, and he's in a lot of trouble again. And there he goes, Ash through the teleporter on the interception. Again, a rocket jump because of he knows that's the only way to get away. And can he delay long enough to get the red? He can't, unfortunately. Ash should realize that he can bully his way onto Cooler's position. And Cooler's still very vulnerable. This could be another frag crash.
He does take the Mega Health finally.
Yeah, I could have even seen an aggression onto Cooler there, leaving the Mega up. That could have been a spot for it, but Ash content. He's got time. Doesn't have to go for crazy risks just yet. Cooler creeping out around the Mega, and we have Ash, of course, being responsible, picking up the red as it spawns, delaying it just ever so slightly.
See, I think Cooler's realized he tried to fight when he had the both spawns there, but he realizes he's still one frag up, so there's no reason to get too hasty when you can create a decent scenario for yourself.
And those rockets were very important, very good from Cooler there. Ash does pick up the Mega, and he knows exactly when red is. Cooler shouldn't know exactly when it is because Ash actually delayed it slightly. So Ash, he's actually late for it, unfortunate.
And now we got both synced again, Mega and red. So I could see them staying on opposite sides of the map here. Looks like Ash, no, he just hears him go through the teleport. And Ash is getting on the wrong side of all these fights at the moment. Yeah, now he's in a lot of trouble. Because now look, Cooler can go for the Mega instead if he wants, and even if Ash gets this red, the stack would be in the wrong way. Oh, Cooler aggressively goes for the red.
And Cooler going to back away to the Mega.
Now he's going to have a good fight here. Oh, see, bizarrely, Cooler lets him take all these items in.
Ash hits that rail. That's really crippling. I mean, that was an angle that Cooler was looking for.
And you can hear from the sound that he's damaged there.
There you go. Cooler's pretty much a dead man walking.
The thing is, it's worth wasting time because he's still up 3-2. So.
Plus, all the time that he wastes is all the items that spawn. Because one thing as well about that is that if you're able to waste a lot of time on someone trying to intercept you, then you can make it so that you mess up their item cycle. Because sometimes you can get in situations where the cycle's so perfect that if they can keep running it without any hitch, they will get everything. But if you can delay them long enough, then sometimes you can get a situation where it's so uneven that they can't take everything, and that you have a spot to take items, and that's really an important distinction to make as a player.
But actually, Ash himself has now messed it up so that it's synced again. So he's basically, in doing so, he's creating a chance each time for Cooler to pick the right one, or even to battle him for the one that he's going for.
Once again, good defensive play from
see, now Mega and red are up now.
Oh, Cooler takes a red in the face right there.
So now Cooler takes red.
Oh, that could have been pretty huge right there if he was able to get more LG onto Ash. Does manage to pick away the yellow and just has to evade it. It looks like he wants to go for the fight though. There it is. Ash caught with the wrong weapon out. It's a free 30-40 damage there on the start, but Cooler makes the jump.
So much damage taken there.
Into the LG. That's a massive error there from Cooler.
And the red is almost up.
And it's now panic mode. One rail will kill him. Oh my god, was he even visible?
And now Ash is actually going to get the Mega as well. So this is actually, unbeknownst to him, worked out perfectly.
And
he gets the kill and the red and the Mega and the yellow.
And Cooler creeping with that plasma gun.
And it's going to, at the moment, Cooler probably has to play for overtime with how it is right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's what he's already thinking in his brain, I think. His plan is like, okay, get overtime. And he's...
No, he's gotten away safely enough there. The thing is, Ash doesn't want to push after him there because he just wants to keep running the items himself.
Yeah, it was definitely a situation where Kula was trying to use that position to try to knock Ash off to buy himself time, but
now it looks like Kula's going to lose this map.
Ash able.
Now he can get her easily over to the red and fire stuff down onto it.
Yeah, Ash has got this in the bag.
So
nothing.
He didn't hear him below there, bizarrely. Oh, he's content to just let him get it because he knows he has to push at this point.
So definitely great play there from Ash as he takes the first map. Kula unable to hold on in the last 2 minutes of Furious Heights, and Ash in this best of 3 is looking like he's off to a fantastic start. I mean, it was a very close game, but to have that one map advantage, do you think there is a huge psychological edge that can be gained, or what do you think is really the effect? Because I mean, sometimes people talk about this. I mean, this is more of a topic in StarCraft,
yeah,
where you really look at like going down, one.
Well, the problem in StarCraft is that it has a key difference, which is that as soon as you're down a map, then you're also then scared that he'll just do a cheese all in and just kill you instantly, and it'll feel like, oh, I just got completely owned there.
Yeah.
So it's not as big a deal. The reason I don't think it's as big a deal as well in Quake is because people tend to already think of best of 3s where they think that they can lose a map. They think like, okay, that's my map, that's his map. Then if I do well, maybe I win 2-0, but if not, maybe we split the maps and I win on the third map if that's favorable. They're already tending to think like that as it is. That's why you even get really good best of 5s in Quake, I think, because again, the same factor plays in.
And here we go. This is a map that actually should play.
This is a good chance for Ash to actually win 2-0 here.
This is potentially the best pick that Ash could have managed to get against Kula.
I mean, I would assume this was his pick and Kula was just T7.
Agreed. So Kula right off the start, he does have a decent stack to work
with. And the key thing was, in the last game, Kula's aim was significantly worse than when we saw him before against Pavel. Like, his rail was fairly shaky. In general, he wasn't like hitting the kind of rockets we usually expect to see from Kula. And this is a map where obviously you have to have your rail aim on. You have to have your aim in general.
And Kula makes the defense for this Mega Health. And he runs out of cells on his lightning gun. That means that he can't take the fight anymore. And even though he's winning the fight, lack of ammunition means that Ash will pick up the Mega Health and tie things up. And Ash with position on red, dealing really
Kula's the nuttiest damage ever, dodging ever out there. Like the way he can dodge what should be definite splash damage rockets is ridiculous.
And there he goes down. So
Ash is owning him at the moment.
Finally takes the lead. Ash really needs to make sure that he stabilizes his stack though. That's a high priority now, with especially with Mega coming up and Red soon after. This is actually a fantastic spot for Ash. He can take the Mega, and look at this, Red's just up there. He can just pressure from this position. He's even going to drop down. He didn't even have to drop down there, but he did. And Kula going to rocket jump up and get a rail. So that rocket jump rail there from Kula really kind of helped him out a lot, because Ash, oh, beautiful rocket there.
A problem on this map for Kula is the fact that he really doesn't enjoy playing the hit and run style. And on this map, you either have to keep doing that until you get an item you can engage for, whereas Kula's style is always either just be in control and run the whole map, or instantly find a quick scenario where you can surprise the guy and force yourself back in control. And instead he's having to play a more measured style, and that's like doesn't play into the natural Kula style we think of. And everything's gone wrong for him right now.
Yeah, it's definitely... And Kula has never been super pleased to try to adopt new maps, especially ones that he doesn't feel like play into his style. I mean, Aero, the most classic example in history.
No, he's a famous person actually who, when I was describing that mentality before, he would literally think like that. Like he'd think, okay, well, I won this map. Okay, he wins this. I'll get, I'm going to lose this next map to him, but then I'll win the third map. And so sometimes he then loses series where he loses because he puts it all on the third map, and that's when he gets beaten on that one time. Where sometimes he should have been able to force the issue and win that second map at some of the time. He hasn't been able to do that.
And he's in a position where he's 5 frags down.
Luckily, there's a lot of time left.
There is.
But he's also tilted right now, I think.
He might be. I mean, the thing is about this map is that it's very momentum based, so it is obviously like very possible to make those quick succession of frags.
I mean, you have to remember, even on the last map, Kula also did a bit of like tilt mode rushing, because if you remember, he was 3-0 up, and he actually gave away 2 frags almost for free, just pushing on bad spawns. Whereas he could have just obviously given 1 up or something, but then been 3-1 up and tried to play off that. And now he's 7 frags down.
Yeah, and the money position from Ash. There's no real way that Kula can escape this. And there you go. I mean, there's not much he can do from that spot, and Ash handled it very well. Just has to make sure that he gets these items. Beautiful pixel rail there. A flick as well.
Ash's skills here are off the charts.
Yeah, Ash is really hitting very well. 57% rail. Pretty hot stuff from Ash. Connecting again. He's really hitting the zone. And Cooler,
I think Cooler's he's actually mentally given up now.
Yeah, I mean, this is... He knows his opponent. He knows the map. And he knows his abilities on the map. So it does seem like that could be very well the case.
Like, sadly, what looked like it was going to be a really good series looks like it's already sort of over, and we're just waiting to see how many kills before it becomes completely... But I mean, it's already pretty much in that realm right now.
Yeah, I mean, this, again, between two players who really know how to play this map very well, this is a scoreline where you
like, there's no reason to push like this.
But I don't think Cooler has it in him to come back from a deficit like this. You know, someone like Rafa could definitely make it happen, because Rafa just has to get that one spot.
This was also always an issue that Cooler had, which was that he was one of the guys who really never was able to get his mindset fully correct for online play. In online play, he had the tendency to just be like, I don't care anymore, you know, like, who cares if I win this? Whereas in the offline tournaments, he could do the big comebacks, you know. Cypher also is someone who can be very back and forth like that. Like, just completely give up, even when he hasn't necessarily lost the game. Although Cooler assuredly has lost this game quite a while ago.
Yeah, he may just hit the forfeit button at some point soon.
Okay, so this is going to be Agent versus Ash in the final then.
Agent versus Ash, the two Russians that have nicknames.
I mean, I'm actually surprised Cooler hasn't just GG'd out the game. Because that's usually his style, you know.
Agent Ash and Anton. Won't go through though. It seems it's very unfortunate, but at least he's starting to play again. I think he's actually going to go to the Prague LAN, I believe.
Okay.
To play
with who?
I don't know who he's playing with. I imagine he's playing with Deliberate Murder, but I don't know what team exactly, what lineup they're going to go with. They probably have multiple lineups that they'll show up to with at the LAN with, because it's a pretty huge team. I mean, it's kind of like a community group almost in Russia. Of course, they have like the best Russian TDM team and the best Russian duelers, but that's kind of because they have every player. So we'll see what happens, but definitely props as well to Cookie, who's kind of the leader of Deliberate Murder, who kind of really helps to manage and coordinate all the players, especially when it comes to international events. Like he really helped out Evil a lot, massively, in getting to QuakeCon and everything. Okay, I'll give my own shout out to actual real cookies, which are delicious baked goods. Yeah, I love me a cookie. And you know, it's not like American cookies, which are just anything that's any confection, more or less, it seems. No, that's the worst thing. They do call biscuits cookies. Yeah, and a cookie is a very different thing, you know. I find it quite strange because, I mean, I'm kind of like one of those people where I don't really care. Like, okay, this is the British way and the American way. I'm more like a person who's like, oh, this makes more sense. No, that's my mentality as well. Yeah. And it feels like for that, it's like where you're just kind of removing a word and then just having one word, just stretching it to fill the gap. Because do they have a word to really fill that gap? Well, it's the same with the whole crisps chips thing. Yeah, oh god. They will argue about it, but actually adding crisps adds an extra descriptive term, because a crisp is different from a chip, which is different from a fry. Those are three different things. Yeah. It's almost like Americans are just eating so much food, they don't want to have to take they don't want to take itinerary of it. They're just like, oh, I just had some cookies before. You're like, no, but you actually had some cookies, some biscuits, and then you also had like a flapjack or something. They're like, that's not just a few cookies. Yeah. Let's just alienate all North American viewers before the NA Cup starts straight after this. That's what I think another one now. I think, can you say Pants is another one? Pants is a pretty bad one. Because that doesn't really get me, but it's... well, the genius of it is as well, they have pants and then they have underpants. It's like... Well, yeah. Okay, guys. We just call them trousers. So yeah. Oh my god. We're getting pretty... Are there any other words that I can think of now? I don't think so. I think I'll tell you one of the worst ones is where they call petrol gas. Oh, right. Where you're definitely not pouring gas into your car that you're going to then ignite with an engine there, mate. That's definitely not what you're doing. That's a descriptive term where you're actually like telling me almost the opposite of what you're doing. Yeah. So it's actually totally worthless as a descriptive term. That's quite funny. No, we're actually using sort of a liquid. Yeah, exactly. It's completely ridiculous. It's like...
It's like, yeah, fill my carrot with gas. Well, you don't want to do that, mate. That'll probably explode.
The physical properties are just like completely different. It's like just a completely different thing. That's quite interesting.
It's quite funny because Americans are the one who invented that stupid joke, you know, in Soviet Russia, something does the opposite to you.
Yeah.
Yet they're the ones going around using words that just are the opposite, you know. Maybe it's one of those things where you hate in other people what you despise in yourself. You see in them what you despise and you just infuriates you, you know.
Yeah. Man.
That's enough about America for now.
Yeah,
we'll come back to that later.
Yeah,
you know? We'll save our pronouncements for the NA Cup. But actually, this is ridiculous. I'm amazed that Cooler is playing on. Maybe he's only playing because he's friendly with him and he doesn't want to see him BM by...
Yeah.
Because I've even seen Cooler in real LAN tournaments in best of fives start losing by a few frags and just GG out of that map in 4 minutes and go to the next map.
Well, I think there's a few different things at play here. These days he plays more just for enjoyment of the game. Like, that's actually one of the things he said when he came back in the earlier of this year. He's like, you know, guys, you know, now I'm playing. It's no longer my profession. I'm actually just playing because I enjoy playing and competing. That's it. And I think that combined with the fact that it's an online cup where it's kind of a community-based thing, where he's doing this for, he's like playing for the fans as well. Like he really is. Like people who enjoy watching him play. So even though I guess he was frustrated and wanted to forfeit, I think he wanted to, you know, kind of maintain to at least the people who turned up to watch him play. At least they get to see him play. So I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that the way he kind of approaches the game these days is definitely a lot different. But there you go. Ash 28-0 against Cooler on Toxicity wins. And that's going to be his spot secured in the grand finals against Agent. So Ash versus Agent, that will be our grand final. Those will be the two names that you can tweet about if you want to spread the love of Quake and get more eyeballs tuned in to this grand final that is going to be hitting.
Please, guys, soon. Don't tune out just because Cooler has gone out of the tournament. I realize the temptation is incredibly present right now. But
Ash is like his child in some way. I mean,
maybe even possibly in real life. Maybe that's why he's like, oh, this young guy is a very talented player. I will come back and play him and train him. And you're like, what's his second name, Cooler? It's like, he doesn't have one, just Ash. That's all, you call him.
Ash Singolf. That'd be really interesting. But Ash, whether he's the spawn of Cooler or not, he is a very good player, and he's going to be facing Agent. This should be a very interesting game, especially considering Agent's always got such an interesting style to put into any good player to just pit against. But we'll see. We'll be back after this break, so don't go anywhere, guys. Remember to spread the word. We want to bump the viewer count up as much as we can for this final. And we'll be back. So see you.